Setting up a YouTube live. Okay, I think we are live. All right, so we are live. Okay. Also backup record. Okay, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome for today's continuous discussion on Bhagavad Gita. Now we are having an ongoing program, Bhagavad Gita program, Gita Gyan, 18 days back to back. We are studying the summary of each chapter. Okay, so far I believe that all of you are really enjoyed the session, and I'm happy to hear lots of what do you call testimony and your feelings. You know how so far the 4 sessions have already transformed. I mean, it's already starting to transform, but by the time you complete the 18 chapters, you can expect a amazing what they call transformation. Okay. So anyway, today we are going to discuss on chapter 5, all right, of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So also I would like to welcome some new members who join us here, Abhirami, and also I saw another person. Yes, Sharmila Gunasekharan. Who else coming for the first time today? All right. So it's not late. You know, you still you can easily catch up because we just have done 5 chapters. Okay. Okay. Now let's start our program. Okay, from the beginning. Okay. So ISKCON Malaysia proudly presents Gita Gyan, or essence of Bhagavad Gita, and here today we are going to go into chapter 5. Okay, before that, let's take darshan from Sri Sri. This is called Pancha Tattva. This Pancha Tattva means this is the what they call the deities in Mayapur. Lord Krishna came along with his personal associates to came and propagate this Sankirtan movement. Okay, Sankirtan movement. And here Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a combination of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. This is Balaram, and this is Radharani, and this is what they call Mahavishnu, and this is Narada Muni. So all of them came in the form of a devotee to propagate and to show us easily how we can practice devotional service. This is called Pancha Tattva. Let's take darshan. Okay, let's start our invocation. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimadi Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Parshati Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let's chant together 3 times. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today, we dedicate today's program to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And this program is inspired by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. And also we dedicate this program to late His Grace Anadi Jagannath Prabhu of Bangalore ISKCON Shishadipuram, the creator and the brainchild of the essence of Gita program worldwide. All right, let's look at today's Mahatmya or the glories. All right. So what is that? Another glory of Bhagavad Gita. Very interesting. All right. Okay, let me get all these things. Okay. So it says here, Bharada Mutta. Okay. Bharada Mritta Sarvasvam Vishnu Vakra Vinishritam Gita Gango Dakam Pitva Punarjanma na Vidyate. Gita Gango Dakam Pitva Punarjanma na Vidyate. So what it says here in this Sripad Adi Shankara is mentioning here, by drinking the Ganges water of Gita, right? So Bhagavad Gita is also equivalent to what Ganges, all right, river Ganga, okay, the divine quatrains of Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, because it comes from the Vishnu is speaking. Ganga is coming from, yesterday, 2 days ago we discussed, right, how the Ganga comes from the celestial world, right? So that means again, by drinking the Ganges water of Gita, the divine quintessence of Mahabharata emanating from the holy lotus mouth of Lord Vishnu, what happened? One will never take rebirth again in this material world. Never rebirth in the material world again. In other words, what it says, by devotionally reciting Gita, the cycle of birth and death is terminated. All right. So the cycle of birth and death is terminated. We are somehow or other, we are stuck in this place called samsara. Samsara kadal. All right. So that means we are rotating. We are rotating from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top to the bottom, like that. We are rotating within that 8.4 million species of life. All right. So we are from the top, then from the human birth, we come down to the lower birth. Then from there, somehow or other, we come up, we go to the heavenly kingdom. Then after that, we come back. Like that, we are keep rotating in just in the same place. It is just like a washing machine, you know. So from the, like a dryer, from the top, it goes up, you know, keep rotating within this material world. Everyone, the goal of the Shastra or Veda is to show us or to remind us that this is not the place for us. This is not a place. This is not the place, a very comfortable place. Okay. Somehow or other that you are entangled. Okay. So, and the wise, what is the wise way to do it is to get out of this place. All right. Yesterday we studied even how sinful the person can be. We discussed the degree of sins. No, like abortion is the worst sin. All right. Second is killing a cow, then killing a brahmana, killing that. All these kind of, they call a hierarchy in sin, but doesn't matter. Right? We might have done it maybe here or previous birth or what, we are not sure, but doesn't matter. But once we are in the boat of transcendental knowledge, we can cross the ocean of misery. Okay, so that was yesterday's discussion. So similarly, when we ask just why it's mentioned here, if you devotionally recite Bhagavad Gita, your cycle at birth and death is terminated, because that's what we have studied yesterday. Even we are in the boat of transcendental knowledge, we can cross over the ocean of misery. All right. So that's today's understanding. All right. Let's look at on the understanding of Gita under the introduction part. Okay. Now let's see. All right. So now it says, out of so many beings, so many human beings, out of so many human beings who are suffering. Wait. Yes. Please mute. Okay. Out of so many human beings who are suffering. Okay. There are few who are actually, all right, inquiring about their position, okay, as to what they are. All right. So that means out of many millions of human beings who are actually basically suffering, right, there are few actually is asking about their position, what they are. Sometimes people say, why are you being so negative? You know, sometimes why people always speak negative terminology, negative. It's not negative, it's a fact. All right. Okay, let me ask a question. Out of 1 year, just think about it. How many years that you are actually happy? How many months you are happy? All right. Okay, never mind, that's too much. Out of 1 month, how many days actually you are happy? All right, maybe that's also too much. Now I'll ask you something. In 24 hours, how many hours actually you are happy? Right? What is happiness means? Happiness means is something, a situation where you are devoid of anxiety, devoid of stress. Huh? The feeling that comes that makes you very comfortable. So where can we? So how many in 1 day? So that's why Krishna says in Gita, of course, we study that. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. All right. So when every one of us are putting in this kind of miserable condition, sometimes we think that certain setup that we have, if I have this certain education, if I'm certain kind of job, even if I have all these kind of things, somehow or other, it doesn't pleases the heart. All right. So, but there is some people who are asking, what is happening with me? Why they are put into this awkward position? Why am I put into this awkward position? All right. Unless one is awakened to this position of questioning his suffering, unless he realizes that he doesn't want to suffer, he doesn't want suffering, but rather wants to make solution to all suffering, okay, then one is not to be considered a perfect human being. What does that mean? It doesn't make sense, right? Okay, right. So, okay, let me just remove this so that we can highlight this. And okay, now, okay, before that, let's look at this first scenario. All right. So now, they are actually inquiring about their position. First, the word inquiry. Second, the word is questioning. All right, questioning. We are, as a human being, we should ask question. We should always be inquiry. We should be always be inquisitive. All right. In certain culture, they say don't ask question, simply follow, blind followers. But that's not the thing. We have to inquire. We have to ask question. So unless one is awakened to the position of questioning, he's suffering. Unless he realizes that he doesn't want to suffering. So unless he realizes he doesn't want suffering, but he wants to make solution to all suffering. So when that person tries to bring solution to the suffering, then it is to be understood, all right? It is not to be considered a perfect human being, all right? So what does that mean? Rather wants to make a solution to all suffering, then one is not to be considered a perfect human being. What does that mean? That means we understand that we are suffering, but we are trying to bring solution. So that is solution is talking about technology. We are thinking, okay, if I have got a smaller TV, now I got a big TV, I can increase my enjoyment. All right. If I can make a bed is more comfortable, I can create my enjoyment. So they are creating solution in this place that try to be happy. So that is not considered intelligent. That is not considered intelligent, right? Because anything, okay, for instance, like I remember my grandfather, all they live up to 80, 85. Even my aunt who recently passed away, she was almost 90 plus. All 90, 80, 90. But nowadays, with modern technology, why people can't even surpass 60? It's a struggle to surpass 60. 70, 80 is considered a jackpot. Even go to that age. You know, now they have already said the lifespan of a man and a woman, all right? It's a 70 or 65, 70 or something like that. 75, 60, 75, 70. Yeah. Ladies will live up to 75. The men will live up to 70. That's on average. All right. New kind of disease coming. So this kind of new technology is actually not helping. So that is not the thing that a person is supposed to inquire. Because the humanity begins when this sort of inquiry is awakened in one's mind. Yes. In Brahma Sutra, this inquiry is called Brahma Jignasu. So what we should do, we should ask, Atato Brahma Jignasa. That means, who am I? What am I? Where did I come from? What is my mission? Why I'm suffering? Why the person that I love the most, my father, my grandfather, they have gone. Where they have gone? I've seen my grandfather passing away. I saw my father passing away. Right? The next will be my turn. And in the future, my son, then my grandson. It's just going to go on like that. Why? So this kind of inquiry we should ask. Every activity of the human being is to be considered a failure. You know, every activity in human being, in every activity that we are doing is considered a failure. Why? Just tell me, what big success have a humanity have created? They created phone for convenience, but the phone has become a big headache now. They created all the technology for the goodwill, good sake, but it has a other part of the thing. You know, now AI came out and everybody's so excited about AI. And now the fearful part, they could simply take a man and they can turn into AI. It's very dangerous. You know, I'm not surprised soon in the future, there'll be a lot of blaspheming start happening. They capture one guy, make it into AI, and ask him to talk something, and they can make it sure real. You know, they can destroy. It's going to create more and more suffering and more confusion and pain. All right. So human being is considered a failure unless he inquires about the nature of the absolute. Unless he come up to the inquiry about the nature of the absolute. All right. Now, therefore, those who begin to question why they are suffering or where they came from and where they shall go after death, these are the proper students of understanding Bhagavad Gita. These are the proper inquiry a person should ask. All right. The sincere student also should have firm respect for the Supreme Personality. Such a student was Arjuna. So this is an example of that. So we should be always asking. That means this is when that triggers the intelligence. That's when we are triggering our intelligence. Now asking what actually gone wrong. Okay. So now we're going to start chapter 5, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means how you're going to act in your karma means activity. Yoga means linking with God. And how you can do it in Krishna. What is Krishna consciousness means? In bhakti. All right. Okay. Now let's look at this. 5.1. See what Krishna says. Arjuna vacha sanyasang karmanang Krishna punar yogam cha sangsasi yachreya etayor ekang tanme bruhi sunischitam. What he says? Arjuna said, oh Krishna, first of all, you asked me to renounce work. And then again, you recommend work without with devotion. Now, will you kindly tell me definitely which of these two is more beneficial? Again, Krishna is putting Arjuna in kind of lamentation. What is the lamentation? Before that, he says, now you're telling work without attachment. And now at first he says, intelligence is better than fruitive work. All right. Which is which now? Can you tell me decisively which one I should use now? But now in 5.1, Arjuna is asking a question again. He said, first, he said, Arjuna, sannyasam karmanam. Sannyasam means what? All right. Renounce work. Sannyasam. Then he says karmanam. Work. First he said renounce. Then he say work. So Arjuna says, first of all, you asked me to renounce work. And then again, you recommend work with devotion. First, renounce. Don't do your work. Renounce it. Renounce your work. Then now you're telling work, but work with devotion. Then he asks, now, will you kindly tell me definitely? All right. He wants a definite answer. Okay. Tanmi bruhi nischitam. In Tamil, nichiyam. Nichiyamaga solle. Nischitam. Tell me definitely. Which one of these two is more beneficial? Which is more important? Okay. Arjuna asking this question in chapter 5. And now let's see. In 5.2, now Krishna start to speak. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sanyasa Karma Yogascha Nishrayasa Karahubau Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yogo Vishishyate. All right. All right. Okay, now. Yeah, I saw something. All right. So, Sanyasa Karma Yogascha Nishrayasa Karahubau Tayostu Karma Sanyasat Karma Yoga Vishishyate. So, what Krishna is mentioning, the personality of God replied, the renunciation of work and work in devotion are both good for liberation. That means first you renounce everything and become a renounced is good. Second, to work in devotion, that means you're working, but working in devotion, also good for liberation. Then Krishna gives his opinion. But of the two, work in devotional service is better than renunciation of work. So what he says, so you work in devotional service. That means you work, but work in devotional. Work with devotion. It is better than simply renounce everything and not working at all. Okay, now, okay, then let's see the next one. 5.4. Okay, 5.4. Now Krishna is mentioning like this. Sankhya Yoga Pratak Bala, Sankhya Yoga Pratak Balaha, Pravadantina Panditaha, Ekam Apyastita Samyak, Ubayor Vindate Palam. Let's see what Krishna says. Only the ignorant speak of devotional service as karma yoga as being different from analytical study of the material world Sankhya. Okay, someone is all right. Okay, now what he says, only the ignorant. Ignorant means what? The people with devoid of intelligence. Intelligence means they don't know. They are not well informed. They say these are the people who will speak devotional service, which is karma yoga, is different from analytical study of material world Sankhya or scientific analytical study. That means they say the devotional service is different than scientific. All right. Those who are actually the learned, who Pravadanti na Pandita. Pandita means Pandidar. The one who are actually learned. What they say, learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the result of both. What does that mean? Those who are actually learned say that he who applies himself well to one of these paths achieves the result of both. So that means when we are practicing devotional service, all right, when we are applying this devotional service while we are in this and scientific, so this is the thing, that means you achieve the result of both. So that means, in other words, what we understand here, bhakti yoga or karma yoga, devotional service or karma yoga, it actually is called, there's another term for it, we call it as buddhi yoga, intelligent. The person who are practicing devotional service, this is the person who are naturally will become very intelligent. He's not only intelligent in his part of in a devotional service, but also on a Sankhya or on a scientific part of this service. All right. So what we can understand from this, we are not, some people say, oh, once you become a devotee, you are, you become a sentimentalist. Sometimes they say, right, oh, all that people who are involved in spiritual life, they are sentimentalists. All right. Actually, that's not. So what we understand from this verse, it says, they're not sentimental. Once you start to apply, only the ignorant says these are different. But actually, when you see the Pandita or the learned one, they say, it is, once you apply this, you learn both. All right. Okay, now let's look at 5.6. Then in 5.6, let's see Krishna says what? Sanyasastu mahabaho dukkam aptum ayogataha yoga yukto munir brahma na chirenadi gacchati. What he says? This is another interesting. He says, Krishna says, merely renouncing all activities. That means simply renouncing all activity, like, oh, I don't want to do anything. Okay, I rather go to jungle, I go to Himalayas, I go there and start to become a mendicant yogi. So he says, sanyasastu about dukkam aptum ayugataha. That means merely renouncing all activities, yet not engaging in devotional service to the Lord. What happened? Dukkam aptum ayugataha. That means, of the Lord cannot make one happy. Cannot make one happy. But a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. So which is better now? All right. That's why when you see, okay, example, now you look at this photo here. Okay. You look at this sadhu. This is how usually the sadhus or the yogis in Himalayas, they all look like. Do you see any kind of happiness in their eyes? Do you see any kind of satisfaction in their eyes? When you go and disturb them, they can get very angry and they can end up cursing you and all these kind of things. Right? Why? Why they are not happy? They are some or other strongfully, they are working so hard to control their senses. They want to control the eyes. They want to control all their senses, eyes, nose, ears, and everything. Yeah, so that means they are working hard so hard, and they are forcefully, they are trying to control themselves. All right. And Krishna says very clearly in Bhagavad Gita, he says, just simply renouncing all activity, but you're not engaging in devotional service, you can never be happy. Have any one of you have seen some yogis from Himalayas? Any one of you? I know. Or sometimes some sadhus, yogis come to Malaysia. I have seen. All right. I don't want to say anything about them, but there's one particular sadhu came to Ipoh. Right. Whenever a person go and approach him, all right, suddenly he will jump out and take a cane and start whacking him. I don't know. I think some of you should have heard about it. Right? They take a cane and start to hit. Sometimes they punch and kick and everything. Right? People are so afraid. But they say, if the sadhu, if you have a stomach problem, there's one person, he had a lot of big problems, stomach problem. When the sadhu came and kicked his stomach, he had a terrible pain. He was rolling down. After that, he got up. He realized the pain has gone. I say, wow, really? Yeah. So sometimes the sadhu says, oh, you got bad karma. He cut down and whack you. All this kind of, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Right? So now, that is how. So simply renouncing all activities. Right? Like we have seen, like sometimes people get old. Right? They say, I don't want any of you. Tell the children all go away. Right? Just go away. So that means they are renouncing. The children are gone, married and everything. So both husband and wife or he himself will be sitting in one place thinking he's going to be happy. No, there's no way he can be happy. Right? So if you don't engage, but at the same time, what Krishna says, but a thoughtful person. What is a thoughtful person? The person with little intelligence, an intelligent person. Right? What he says, he engaged in devotional service. When he engaged in devotional service, he achieved the supreme without delay. That means achieving supreme means achieving the topmost happiness. So he can achieve success very quickly compared to a sadhu who try to restrain himself and sits in Himalaya and try to meditate. So this is an example, right? Okay. Now, let's look at the next one. Hey, what happened? Oh, okay. All right. Let's look at 5.7. In 5.7, Krishna says, Yoga Yukto Vishuddhatma, Vijitatma Jitendriyaha, Sarva Bhutatma Bhutatma, Kurvannapi na lipyate. All right. What does it mean? He says, one who works in devotion, who is pure soul, who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone. And everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man never entangled. What does that mean? Right? So now let's look at this. He says, one who works in devotion. Like example, like 2 days ago, we were talking about work with renunciation. Don't expect any result. But when you work, you pay 100% this thing. You have no hidden agenda in your heart. You're not trying to backstab anyone. You are just simply performing your duty and you're doing it so faithfully. Whatever result you get from the devotee, because you know you're going to use the money for the sake of sacrifice for Vishnu. So therefore, I must have my honest income, this and that and thing. So that's how the person works in devotion. He somehow or other naturally become a pure soul. All right? Vishuddhatma. Atma, Vishu means pure soul. Vishuddhatma. Yoga Yukto Vishuddhatma. And who controls his mind and senses. At the same time, he could control the mind and senses because he don't have any more agitation. Naturally, he'll become dear to everyone. He'll become very dear to everyone. And everyone is dear to him. Okay? Because he have no other agenda. Though he is always working, even though he may be working, he could be like, engaging in all these kind of activities. But now Krishna says such a man never become entangled. Never become entangled means what? He never become corrupt. He never gets stuck in this transmigration. He never get entangled. He always remain steadfast. All right. So far, any questions? All okay? All right. That's Hare Krishna Prabhu. Is there wrong to worship with material needs? Definitely, it's not wrong, right? Because when you are in material situation, you need to have material comfort, and you can worship for material comfort. Of course, it is not wrong. Okay. He asked a good question, Jay Ganesh. All right. So there's nothing wrong in asking for some material comfort. All right. Because at that age, at your age like this, of course we ask, but eventually That's why it says, when you start to work in devotional service, when your life is settled, everything will be taken care. There's nothing wrong with it. All right. But of course, when you get that material, I think we'll discuss that soon in the future. I think in which chapter, I can't recall. It's very interesting. That means when you're taking all the things that you get, but after that, you're not offering back, you're not doing sacrifice for Vishnu, you're considered a thief. So that means once you get some kind of benefit, you take it and offer it back to Krishna. So it is okay. It's considered okay. There's no harm done with that. Okay. Okay, Ganesh.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Now, let's look at next one. 5.10. Now, Brahmanyadya. Brahmani adaya karmani. Sangam tyaktva karotiya. Lipyati nasa papena. Padma patram ivambasa. Krishna says here, one who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the result unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. Wow, look at that. What he says, one who performs his duty. All right. Then, how he perform his duty? He perform it without attachment. All right. Then, there is a result from his duty. And he surrendered the result unto the Supreme Lord. All right. So what happened? He is unaffected by sinful action. Even in that transaction, there is some sin or whatever it is untouched by the sinful action. An example Krishna gave, Padma Patram. Padma means what? Flower. Sorry, lotus. Padma means lotus. Patram means what? Patram. What is Patram means? Patra means leaf. Okay. Patra means leaf. So that means just as the lotus leaf untouched by water. So even the lotus are growing in the water, but you see the leaves of the lotus is not touched by the water. Okay. So like answering you, Jay Ganesh, just now the question is, so when you perform your duty, all right. So when you come to the level of without attachment, Jay Ganesh, you know what will happen? You come to the level of, you got nothing to ask actually. You got it. So that is what is this is. So that means what you got to ask, because you're very satisfied with life. Trust me. After you're 40, 45, the biggest problem that people are hankering is peace and satisfaction. The life seems not to be very satisfying. That's why the frustration, everything comes in, kick in. But in order to do that, right, we have to, that means just by without attachment, surrendering the result. Just like when you see, okay, what example? Okay, anyway, that one is out of the topic. Anyway, so surrendering the result unto the Supreme Lord is unaffected by sinful action. Okay, just like the lotus leaf is untouched by the water. Now in 5.12, what he says, chapter 5, text 12. Yukta karma palang tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim ayukta kama karena pale shakto nibadyate. All right. So what he says here? The steadily devoted soul. That means the steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace. This is something that is very, very important. Right? Shantim apnoti naishtikim. Shantim. Unadulterated peace. Because why? He offers the result of all activity to me. So he offers the result of all activities. Can you see? A steadily devoted soul attains unadulterated peace because he offers the result. Whatever things to me, all right? The food that we eat, we offer first to Krishna. the job, everything we offer, Krishnarpanam, right? Offer the result to me. Whereas, then after that, Krishna says, a person who is not in union with the divine, who is greedy for the fruits of his labor, what happened? He becomes entangled. These are the people become stuck. They become entangled. Yukta karma palang tyaktva. Karma palang. Karma means activity. Palang means result. Palam. Shanti mapnoti naishtikim. Ayukta kama karena pale shakto nipatyate. Right? Okay. So far, got any questions on this? Just give me a second. It's raining. I need to close the window. Just give me a second. Okay. Sorry. Suddenly start raining. All right. Okay. So far, is there any questions? Do you get it? Okay. Are you following me? All right. Now, let's look at 5.13. In 5.13, let's see what Krishna says. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. Okay, now, okay, this. Vrunda Devi Mataji. Yes, Prabhu. What does that mean, Mataji? You have a question or what?
No, I'm just replying the question that you asked. Everything's okay. All good.
Oh,
all good.
okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
okay.
All good. All good.
All right. Okay. Sure. All right. Now let's look at this. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. So what he says, when the embodied living beings controls his nature, all right? When the embodied, okay, first, okay, let me just read through, then I'll explain one by. And mentally renounce all action. He resides happily in the city of 9 gates, the material body, neither working nor causing work to be done. All right? Okay, now let's look at it. When the embodied, okay, let us clarify what is embodied means. Okay, embodied. Okay. I gave an example yesterday, but for those who are just joined today, I'll like to say again, this is our soul Atma. The Atma is pure. Atma is untainted. All right. But this soul has been encaged in a material body. I put brown color like our body. So that means we are stuck in this material body. Okay. Encaged. That is why the engagement or this thing we call as embodied. Okay, this is very important. Any one of you don't understand this? I'll repeat again. You got it? What is embodied means? Right?
Prabhu.
Yes, Vijay Bharat.
What is the meaning of city of 9 gates?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. But do you understand what is embodied means now?
Is it the soul that they're mentioning that?
No, you are a pure soul. Yes, you understand that you are a pure soul. You are pure. You are powerful. Yes.
Yeah, soul. I am a soul.
You are the soul, and you are very powerful. Yes or not?
No, Paramatma, right, Prabhu? But Paramatma is powerful.
We have not gone to Paramatma. Just imagine, we discussed in the 2nd chapter. Can the soul be dried?
Pardon, Prabhu?
Can the soul be dried, moisture, cut into pieces? Can this happen?
Cannot, Prabhu.
Cannot. Why? Because the soul is pure. The soul is part of what they call the supreme nature. I mean the divine natures.
Yes.
So what is the difference between what example I gave? the difference between the drop of sea water and the vast ocean. You remember that?
Yeah, the one always it will never like never. I don't know how to say it.
No. That means both are salty,
Yeah,
but the quantity is different. The quality is same. Yes.
yeah,
The drop of the sea water in the entire ocean is same because both are salty, but the quantity is different because the quantity means I just got one drop here and there's a vast ocean there.
yeah.
The fire and the spark. The spark is quality, both fire. Similarly, between you and God, you and Krishna, Jivatma and Paramatma, actually qualitatively one.
Qualitatively one.
By quality, same.
Same.
But by quantity, we are minute.
Yeah, I got it, Prabhu.
You got it? All right.
Yeah, but quantity we are smaller.
Yes, correct. So that means quality is there, right? That means you also still should have godly quality as no?
Yeah.
But the problem is you are stuck in this material body.
Hmm.
So when you're stuck in the material body, the body of a human, we have a lot of defect.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct, Prabhu.
So that is called embodied. That means body, you are stuck in the body.
Yeah, got it.
You got it?
Which means yeah, we're stuck with the body.
Yes. So that word of stuck in the body we call as embodied.
Yeah.
Chariya?
Got it, Prabhu.
Yeah. So because this is a very important term, because this term they'll be keep repeating in many places. So we must understand what is embodied means. That means I am a pure soul stuck. That means just like a parrot stuck in a cage. So we call encaged. Okay. All right.
Got it.
Okay. Then when a person throw into the jail, imprison, there's a prison. When somebody got into the prison, they call imprison. Okay. So that's the thing, living entity, embodied. We choose the body, right? The soul trapped in the material body. We choose the body, right, Prabhu? We choose the body. No. You can choose that. Okay, anyway, we come back to the question, my answer, Vatani. All right. So now the embodied. Okay, first we understand what is embodied. When the embodied living being controls his nature, if he could manage to control his nature, okay, he control his nature. That means what? He choose not to over endeavor. He choose to be, he can control his nature. And while controlling his nature, he mentally renounce all action. That means what? Just give me a second again. I think something is leaking. All right, sorry. Okay, now let's look at this. When we are embodied in this body, all right, and we control the nature. That means what? We choose to work, but I don't expect any result. I am doing something, but I don't expect anything. I mean, that means I'm becoming divine. I'm becoming spiritual. That means while he's engaging in his work, all right, but mentally renounce all action. That means what? What does that mean? What we can understand that? That means I am performing my duty. Okay? I'm performing my duty. But I don't expect any good or bad result or whatever it is. I don't expect anything. All right? That is called renunciation. That means I am working, but I am renouncing the action. So what happened? I mean, control is nature and mentally renounce all action. When these kind of people, what happened? He resides happily in the city of 9 gates. All right. What is 9 gates? This is called Navadvare. All right. Navadvare. Navadvare means what? Nava means 9. Dvare na holes. Dwaram na hole. H-O-L-E. Lubang. All right. So what does that Navadvare means? Okay. Vijay Bharat asked that question. Navadvare means that city of 9 gates means is a material body. That means in our body, we got 9 holes. What are the 9 holes? Eye, 1, 2. Nostrils, 3, 4. 5. Yes, 6, 7. Anus and genitals, 8 and 9. Are you following me?
Yeah,
Okay,
Prabhu.
Bharat.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 holes means what? 2 eyes,
2
nostril,
eyes,
the 2.
nostril, 2
Yes,
nostrils, eyes, nostril, ears,
yes,
and
okay.
genitals, and also anus.
Mouth,
Mouth.
mouth,
Yeah.
mouth, genitals and anus. Total, there's 9. So in our body, we got 9 holes. So that's why he called 9 gates, Navadvare. So that means he can live in the city of 9 gates. All right. So what he does actually, he neither working nor causing work to be done. So that means, in other words, he's totally not in his district. He's just doing as a sake of duty. Because he's telling Arjuna, you better do that. All right. You do your job. All right. But mentally renounce the action. I am the doer. I am killing that person. I am killing the warrior. I am success. When I release the arrow going to pierce the heart. Oh, I killed him. No. We will study that in chapter 11. Going to be eye-opening chapter. Universal form. Right? So he's telling. So that's it. So how we can apply this in our modern life? Again, the reason of we are suffering tremendously in this life because of attachment. Right? Why there is attachment? Because we are all seeking love. We can say, I am a gentleman. I don't care about love. No. Right? We will discuss this, I think, in the tomorrow's chapter. It's going to be like quite a shocking chapter. Please come live, because I cannot record everything, because the YouTube will definitely reject my video. Right? So you have to come live to see that certain things that we're going to discuss. I cannot discuss because I need to off the recording to talk about it, then re-on again. All right. If you're not going to join live session, you're going to miss a lot. All right. So now what happened? So we are all suffering. We are all because of attachment. If you really look at it, attached to the wife, attached to the husband, attached to the children, and the worst thing, after they get older, attached to the grandchildren. That's the worst thing, right? When the grandchildren don't come, that's the incident that I'm going to discuss tomorrow. One guy lamented, why they're not bringing my grandchildren to me? They can't take it, right? Then attachment to the country. Once upon a time, I worked the government. I was such a great, like a soldier and all these things. End of the day, they kick you out. After you retire, you're not allowed to come in. Attachment causes misery. I give you one real life example. My father worked all his life as an assistant pharmacist in Ipoh Hospital, right? After he retired, that time the retirement was 55. After he retired, 2 days later, he just walked into the store. He's been working all the while there. The last time they used to produce medicine there, like calamine cream, they make that Panadol syrup or something like that, right? So he's been working all the while there. 2 days after his retirement, I went. My father wanted to meet something, or he forgot to take something. I followed him behind and he went in. He just opened the door and walked in. And the pharmacist there chased him out. Said, what is you? Who are you to come in? That pharmacist was trained by my father. When she came for houseman, he was under my dad. But now, when he went in, she chased him out. Mr. Jaga, you're not allowed to be here anymore. You have already retired. Get out. Father was so shocked. At the retirement party, they gave a big present. They were hugging. They were like all crying. Oh, we're going to miss you, this and that. 48 hours later, they say, get out. Then he said, no, no, you are not allowed to be here. Out. And my father took almost 2-3 weeks to come out of that kind of this thing. Why the thing happened? Right? Attachment. Indirectly, there's one love. Every one of us looking for love. And the love creates attachment. The attachment brings misery. The misery brings depression. The depression brings dwindling in intelligence. And eventually it turns into lunatism. People go crazy. At that time, people make a lot of mistakes. Then people try to artificially try to come out of it. But here, Krishna says very nicely, perform your duty. Don't run away from your duty. If you are a married man, you have to provide for your family. If you are a married woman, you also have to provide. Whatever, right? If you are a government, if you have some what they call, if you have responsibility, do it. But don't expect any result. Right? Don't expect any result. If you can just be like this, my dear Prabhus and mothers, your life can be extremely, tremendously successful. I give you one real life example, but I can quote his name because he was my student. All right. And he came and told me, he actually appreciated me. This one happens around more than 25, 23, 24 years ago. You know, now we have a member of parliament, YB Sivakumar. You all know him, right? He's a former minister. Now he's a MP. Once upon a time in Ipoh, he was a speaker. Do you remember when they kick him out from this thing? He doesn't want to go out. They actually take him, hold him, they drag and throw him out, brought him away, dragged him out of the what they call of the speaker, right? The para speaker. Do you all remember? I think those from para you should know. And they went and went under the tree. They make it a tree of freedom or something like that. That time when they were struggling, you know, before that Pakatan Harapan took over, all the aristocracy and all this, right? I hope you remember. He was taken and dragged out and thrown. But you know what happened? He came out of it and he never was heartbroken. He was not so shaken, right? It became a big issue. And he never got affected. But after 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, I met him in a vegetarian restaurant. And he came and told me, you know what? I need to appreciate you. I need to thank you. I say, why? Because I remember you're telling, do your job and do it perfectly and don't get attached to it. And whatever result, offer to Krishna. And you know what? Today, you all know what happened to him. Right? He has become a member of parliament. He's already a minister. And now he's hitting some things. Right? So that's what I'm saying. How this wisdom we can even apply in our life. All right. So that means you can live happily. There's no signs of stress, frustration, and all these things will not manifest. Right? Okay. Now there is some questions here. Let me go through the question. iPad Mangala Rukmani, the soul trapped in the material body. Yes, we choose the body, right? Okay, we don't choose the body, we choose the environment. Right? Okay, all that we discuss when we come to the place, what happened at the time of death, all right? What happened when time of death? Okay, we don't choose the body, but we choose the environment. Jai Sri Ganesh, is it in order to overcome attachment with Prakriti by mercy of Guru and Krishna? Is it in order to overcome attachment with Prakriti by mercy? Of course, the mercy of Guru is very important, all right? Because we also studied that approach a spiritual master, surrender to him and inquire from him. Because without the mercy of Guru, it's not easy, right? Because Krishna suggested that. In order for you, in the end of the day, if you want to master all this, you need to have a mercy of Guru, all right? So that's, yes, you are right. Is there any other questions I missed? Okay, I think I've answered everyone, all right? Okay, now let's go to the next one. See what happened. Now, 18. Now let's look at this. Again, I am repeating this. I'm hammering this, all right? I'm hammering this very hard. I want you to remember this. Mark this verse 5.18 Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, text 18. What it says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavi Hastini, Shunichaiva Shva Pakecha, Pandita Samadarshana. Pandita Samadarshana. All right. What is this? a humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, not any artificial knowledge. We're talking about true knowledge. What does he do? He see with equal vision. Okay? He see equal vision. What does he see? A learned and gentle Brahmana. He see a cow. He see an elephant. All right? He see a dog and the dog eater outcast. Chandala. Remember yesterday we discussed about this Chandala. What? What does he see? He see them with equal vision. Equal vision. Tell me, in which area in Bhagavad Gita there was saying about caste system? So what we can understand from this? The caste system was created by a less intelligent people. The people that carried away with this caste madness to show some kind of supremacy. The caste is there. The caste means division of duty, division of job. But when you look at in Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years before, that time the caste system was not even prominent. But what he says, Vidya, Vinaya Sampane, Brahmane, Gavi, Hastini, Shunichaiva Swapakecha, Pandita Samadarshana. Alright? So that means when a humble sage who has a true knowledge. And what is the true knowledge? The true knowledge is when the sages will start to see that every living entity, there is a thing, super soul present in all body without distinction. So that means in every living entity, in every kind of body, there is a thing called super soul or what they call? Paramatma. So Vishnu as Paramatma, he is in everybody's heart. God exists everywhere. God even exists in the stool. I say, what? Which stool you're talking about? You know the stool you see on the road? Cow dung, cat shit, dog shit. Even when you pass your stool, then there's something in there. No, there's some virus, bacteria. Because Vishnu says, I am in every living entity. The soul is in every living. That's when everything starts functioning. The worm in the stool start functioning. The pig start working. Everything start functioning because there is a spiritual spark. There's a soul. And beside the soul, that is super soul. That means this Jivatma. And beside Jivatma, there's Paramatma. So, humble sages who have true knowledge. He sees everyone. You know, he sees this one. Okay. You see, this is a dog eater here. The low caste fella who go and slaughter the dog and start to eat them. Right? You see the lion, tiger. Everybody sees in an equal vision. Right? But what he sees the spiritual spark in every living entity. When Srila Prabhupada went to America, the people who joined them, we are talking about low caste. The dog eaters or Chandala or called as low caste or outcast. They're out of the caste. Imagine a beef eater. The person who eats dog is like that. What happened to the person who eats beef? Right? That is the most abominable act, to eat beef. Tomahawk, Wellington, all this kind of nonsense. Because near my house, there's one big shop. Every day I see Tomahawk, Wellington. You know how horribly sinful is that? Where can we put that? Eating beef is a betrayal to the animal. Because the cow is universal mother. A man born not with one mother. You think you have your mother? She's not the only one, my dear Prabhus and mothers. How many mothers do you have? Number one, the mother that delivers you. Number two, when the mother delivers you, she's fatigued, she's terrible, she can't do anything. The nurse is your second mother, nursing. Nurse are second mother. Number three, after the thing born, the child can sustain with cow's milk. The cow is your third mother. All right. Number four, the earth that holds you. The earth is your fourth mother. Okay. Bhuma Devi, Bu Amma. That means Bu Amma. That means Bhuma. That means The Mother Earth is your fourth mother. Number 5. Number 5 is what? Okay, what is the number 5? All right, number 1 is your mother that delivers you. Number 2 is the nurse. Number 3 is the mother cow who gives you milk. Number 4 is the Bhuma Devi. Number 5, the wife of your guru.
Guru.
You know when? Yes. All right. The wife of the guru is the 5th mother. The 6th mother is the wife of the king. Okay. The king's wife is also your mother. And number 7, please remember, other than your wife, every woman are your mother. Other than your wife, every woman, they can be a child, or they can be a very elderly person. They can be another pretty girl beside you. They all should be addressed as mother. You don't address your wife as mother. All right? But other than your wife, every woman are your mother. All right? In one of the commandments in Bible, in Bible, the 10 commandments, Jesus said very clearly, looking at a woman in a lustrous way, it's considered adultery. When you look at the woman, wow, so pretty, look at her body, wow. It's considered adultery. You're just looking at it, just thinking about it, you have considered done illicit sex. Adultery. Terrible. And even the Vedic literature says the same thing. Other than your wife, every woman a mother. So we have 7 mothers. And cow is the important. Even you can use the cow milk even to feed a kitten. When the mother runs away, kitten don't know what to do, you can even feed cow's milk. Even you can feed cow's milk to a dog. Even you can give cow's milk to the snake. Every living entity drinks cow's milk. And we drinks the milk and slaughter the cow. So it is very distinct. So anyway, so imagine the dog eaters. The cow eaters, meat eaters, eating beef. All right. When Prabhupada went to America, this is their life. They slaughter the cow, they eat everything, nonsense. But he went there. They are considered out of the caste. They are known as, what is it? Malichas. They are known as Malichas. What is Malicha means? Mala Icha. Mala means what? Stool. Icha means enjoyer of the stool. That means they are terrible meat eaters. Malicha. But when he went there, the Malichas, even the people dog eaters still can be considered. But Malichas is even worse. But they all turned and they became great devotees. So this statement by Krishna in 5.18, it's proven correct by Srila Prabhupada. All right. When there was an initiation ceremony, all right. Initiation ceremony means the ceremony where they give you initiation, and that means you're taking up spiritual life. Initiation ceremony means we are surrendering to a guru. Which guru? That guru that comes under parampara, not any whimsical guru. Not that guru suddenly erupt from nowhere. The guru has to have a guru, and it has to have a proper parampara system. So we have studied about the 4 parampara yesterday, right? So these gurus, so what happened? They went to this area called Denmark or Norway. All right. And they were giving initiation. And this particular girl, she came. Before the initiation ceremony, he asked, so tell me about yourself. Who are you? Where you're from? And that girl said, my dear Guru Maharaj, I came from the family of cannibals. You know, we live beside a Redding Sea, or that means it's a kind of a Redding, that's one kind of sea, which is always rough. What is that word of the sea? They used to catch big crabs there. What is the word? Krishna. Some kind of sea. It's very rough. Right? And sometimes when people go there, maybe the ship can sink. So the body will be washed to the shore. And she say, we live, we grew up eating human meat, cannibalism. We are from that family. And my grandmother used to say, the eyeball of a British man is much more tastier. And he said, oh, that sannyasi, the guru cannot take it. Stop it. Stop it. What are you talking? Yeah, that's what is my background. But my dear Guru Maharaj, by the mercy of Prabhupada, by the mercy of this unconditional mercy, today I'm out of it. And that girl was accepting initiation. Even in that kind of condition of cannibals, they become a devotee and they become a sadhu. They can even be initiated as sannyasi or guru. They can go around the world and initiate everybody. They can go around the world and they can start to initiate. There's no distinction by birth. The distinction is by quality. A great Brahmana, when he acts like a first-class Chandala, he's known as Chandala. If a Chandala acts like a first-class Brahmana, he is a Brahmana. So nothing can be by birth. If my father is a doctor, it's not necessary that I am a doctor. We have to acquire the distinction. All right? So now let's look at this. What happened next? Now we understand. So a true knowledge, that means a person who sees with a true knowledge, that means who sees everything with equal vision, because everybody's heart, that's Paramatma. All right? And in 19, Krishna says, Ihevatair Gita Sargo, Yesham Sangye Stitang Manaha. Yesham Samye Stitang Manaha. Nirdosham Hi Samang Brahma. Tasmat Brahmani Te Stitaha. He said, those whose minds are established in sameness. All right? Those whose mind established in sameness. All right? That means Samye, Samam, Samanilai. Whose mind is established in sameness and equanimity. That means balance. Have already conquered the condition of birth and death. When a person who have the sameness and equanimity, stable of the mind, these are the people have already conquered the condition of birth and death. What does that mean? He will never be born again. They are, yes, Mr. Param, please mute. Kindly mute. All right. Okay. Now what happened? So they have conquered birth and death. They are flawless like Brahman. And thus they are already situated in Brahman. That means while the sadhu is alive, when the person can establish the sameness and equanimity, equilibrium, balance of this life, they have already conquered. Even while they are living in this material conditioned body, but they are flawless. You see, they are tejas, they are very powerful. The face and everything looks so, what they call, bright and illuminating. All right. So this is the thing. Now, 5.22. Then, now he's explaining about the Indriyas. All right. This is very important. Yehi sangparshasja boga. Yehi sangparshasja boga. Dukkha yonaya evate. Adi anta vanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. Yehi sangparshasja boga. Dukkha yonaya evate. Adyanta vanta kaunteya nateshu ramate buddhaha. What does that mean? He says an intelligent person. What is intelligent person means? Is it your PhD, your double degree, your triple degree? No. Intelligent person means the one who is able to apply the knowledge. Application part. And what knowledge? The one who come into the level of self-realization, these are the intelligent person. And it says here, an intelligent person, he does not take part in the source of misery. He don't go and get into the place where he's going to get stuck in miserable condition. And how the misery starts? Due to contact with material senses. We have a material eye, nose. So we are stuck to our material senses, we are stuck in this place. O son of Kunti, Krishna says, such pleasures have a beginning. At first, it looks so nice. And also, it has an end. And so, the wise man do not delight in them. You know, whenever we want to start something, oh, at first it looks nice. Just like, say, a person start drinking beer. Initially, looks so good. After the person drunk, it's going to create so much of miserable things. Hangover and all this, all right? So now, let's look at this example here. I've given 5 examples here. Number 1. This is moth. In Tamil, we call easel, moth. The moth is always attracted to light. All right, at night, suddenly you see the moth will be coming in. So how to get rid of the moth? They put a bonfire. They put a small fire, bonfire, and the moth says, wow, light, happy, because they are attracted to the sight, what they call the senses of eyes. They say happy and they go and they get killed. They die because of the attachment to the sight. You should look at this. This is called deer, right? This is not deer. What they call? It's a kind of yeah, there's a word. Anyway, it looks like a deer. Anyway, whatever the animal is, you know how to capture this animal? All right. When the person, the expert hunter will play a flute. When he plays the flute, these particular deer get attracted to the sound. When they get attracted to the sound, they come, oh, where's that beautiful sound? And they get shot. So this animal, there's a name for it, I forgot. It dies because of the senses of ears. Now you see here, you see in the hole here, what is inside that hole? Elephant. How to trap elephant? Make a hole, cover the hole, at this side put a female elephant. Antelope, not antelope. Antelope is different. So what happened? These what they call this elephant. What do? You put one she elephant, a female elephant, and this elephant, oh, pretty girl, sexy girl, oh, and they just put the elephant, and this elephant will run because the urges of sense of touch, that's sexual, and sense of touch is sexual, touch skin, and run, boom, fall into the hole, finish. You see this one, lotus flower. Lotus flower, it has a nectar, a kind of nectar, honey, nectar. No, I shouldn't say honey, nectar. So you see the bee here will go into this lotus flower and get captivated with the nectar, sense of taste. All right. So you'll be sitting there. No, sorry, a smell, sense of smell. So there's such a fragrance, and the bee will go in and he'll get so intoxicated. At night, when the lotus flower closes, the bee dies. And this is that one, the last one, fish. Despite in the river, got all the things. Basically, in the water, have everything. But the fish has uncontrolled taste. Whenever something new comes, the fish will try to eat it. And end of the day, get caught by the fisherman, and the thing dies. So these are the 5 kinds of senses that can eventually bring miserable condition to individual. Okay. Now let's look at this. So how are we going to engage now? So, okay, so what we can do? So what does a devotee perform? So he uses his eyes to look at Krishna's form. He uses his hands, the sense of touch, in order to dress up the Lord, or touching the books of Bhagavad Gita and all this. Right? He uses the rose to smell, the roses that offer to Krishna. Uses the ear to hear some Krishna Katha, the stories from Bhagavata Puran. And the tongue, he enjoys prasadam. All right? Like that, intelligent person engage his senses. Now, let's look at 523. Shaknoti haiva yah suddum prak sharira vimukshana kama krodot bhavang vegam sa yukta sa sukhi naraha. Now, Krishna says, all right, very important. He says, before giving up this present body, what is giving up the present body means? That means before the death comes. All right. If one is able to tolerate the urges of material senses, if you could able to tolerate, when the eye says you want this, cut it off. When the yes, if you can able to tolerate, at the same time, check the force of desire and anger. Check the force of desire and also anger. Kama krodha. Desire, last, okay? Krodha, right? Kama krodha. Krodha means anger. He will be well situated and happy in this world. So that means what? Before giving up this body, before we leave this body, we have to come to this level of renunciation or this level of understanding. I say before giving up this body, a present body, if one is able to tolerate the urges of the material senses, at the same time, he can check the force of desire and also anger. While he's alive, he is well situated and is happy in this material world. So this is the way of absolute happiness. All right. Now, the next one. Then Krishna continues. Kama krodha vimuktanam yatinam yata chetasa abhito brahma nirvanam vartate viditatmanam. He says, those who are free from anger and all material desire. Okay. Those who are free from what? Anger and material desires. Who are self-realized, self-disciplined, and constantly endeavoring for perfection. These are the people assured of liberation in the Supreme in the very near future. So that means kama krodha vimuktanam. That means vimukta, out of it. Those who are free from anger, free from material desire, who are self-realized, who knows yourself, and who are disciplined, constantly endeavoring for perfection. These are the people assured for liberation. Sambardia. Oh, okay. Sambardia, yes. Antelope is a kind of animal. I think it's got two colors, white and black. Okay, Sambardia. Rukmani Mataji. So you went and looked for Sambardia, is it? I hope you followed the class, huh?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
I mean, oh my God, you're looking for the day. You missed all these things in between.
No, Prabhu. I was
okay.
concentrating on the class. I
Thank
just
God,
got the name, so I quickly put on the name.
Okay. No, I thought like, oh, I need to look who's the dear that ended up we missed the class. Okay, thank God. Thank you so much, Mataji. All right. So this thing, okay, now let's look at this Upadesha Mrita by Rupa Goswami. Right? This is considered a fantastic, ultimate word. How to handle it. All right. Now he says, look at this, what he says. Okay. Upadesha Mrita, or in English we call as Upadesham. Instruction. Amrita means nectar. So nectar of instruction, verse 1. It says, Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udara pasta vegam, etan vegan, yo vishaheta diraha, sarvam apimam, prithivim sa shishyat. All right. What does that mean? Vacho vegam, vasanam, pesradit, right? The sober man, now is mentioning here, right? He says, a sober person. When the person is sober, all right, who can tolerate the urge. Urge is called vegam. Urge to what? To speak. Vacho. Urge to speak. Manasa. The mind's demands. Action of anger. Krodha. All right. The action of anger. Krodha. Then, and the urges of the tongue, jiva. Jiva is tongue. All right? Udara pasta, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world. What does that mean? Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udara pasta vegam. A sober person who can tolerate, you can never avoid, it will come, tolerate. All right? When there's a scorching heat, you cannot blame the sun. Take the umbrella and tolerate. When you're rushing somewhere, it's a heavy rain. Get a raincoat, tolerate. The thing is there, tolerate. So the one who can tolerate the urge of what? Speaking, the tongue, the mind's demand, action of anger, urges of the tongue. The tongue wants this, tongues want that. Belly and genital. These are the people qualified to make disciples all over the world. So now when you really look at these, Prabhus and mothers, when you look at this, the tongue is here. Okay, can you see? I'm drawing on the photo. Huh? Let me get a white color, right? Okay, now look at this. The sadhu is meditating. First, the tongue is here. All right, the belly is here, and the genital is here. All these are under the straight line. Can you see? The tongue, belly, genital in a straight line. So if we can only can control these things, all right, mind's demand, tolerate the urge of speak, mind's demand, action of anger, tongue, belly, genital, straight line. These are the people considered achieve perfection. These are the people who have qualified to make disciple all over the world. Means what? If you want to make disciple, you have to have a strong conviction. It's not like any other bogus guru simply go around and create disciple, right? That is bogus. But here, when you're talking about creating disciple, training them and bringing them up, it's not an easy thing. All right. So when a person can do that, he can disciple all over the world. Means what does it mean? You become a perfect person. So it is from Upadesha Mantra. Any questions so far? Right? So okay, all this okay. Eh? Now let's look at the final part. Okay, 29. Then after that, Krishna says, Bhuktaram yakna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhirdam sarva bhutanam nyatvam mang shantim rachati. What Krishna says here? He says, Bhuktaram yakna tapasam, a person in full consciousness of me. All right? Tapasam, conscious. Right? Knowing me, the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice. Bhuktaram yakna, yagna. All right? Bhuktaram, that means I am the beneficiary, ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice. And tapasa means tapasya. Tapa means davam, austerity. All right? And all austerities. The supreme lord of all planets and demigods. What does that mean? Sarvaloka maheshwaram. Sarvaloka. Sarvaloka means what? All the planetary system. We have 9 planetary systems giving us a lot of trouble. Ragu, Sani, Kedu, Buddhan, Vyalan, what they call Chandran, Suryan. There are 9 planetary systems that's rotating and giving us a lot of trouble in life, right? Now that day my cousin called me up and says, very well done, very successful. Oh, yo, what happened to you? I think Mr. Sunny is coming to visit me. Who's that? Mr. Sunny? Yeah, 7.5. All of us are stuck and always in anxiety. But here Krishna says, Sarvaloka, Maheshwaram. So Maheshwaram, we divide the word into 2. Maha Ishwaram. What does that mean? Maha means supreme. Ishvara means controller. Ishvara means controller. Example, in your house, you are the Ishvara. Or if you're a lady, you're an Ishvari. Right? The man of the house or lady of the house. If you are the head of the department, you are the Ishvara of the department. Who is Ishvara of Malaysia? Anwar Ibrahim is Ishvara of Malaysia. He's the one who controls the country. Right? So Ishvara means controller. So what Krishna says, Sarva Loka Maha Ishvara, Maheshwara. He is the supreme controller of all the planets. You got it? He is the Lord of all the planets and demigods. And the Suhirdam Sarva Bhutanam, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities. Suhirdam Sarva Bhutanam, all the living entities. All right. Then what happened to this person? Nyatva. All right. Nyatva mam shantim rachati. That means this person attains peace from pangs of material miseries. Pangs, pang, you know, the slap of the material misery. So that means a person in full consciousness of me. Krishna says, if you are always conscious of him, how? When you read Bhagavad Gita daily, you'll be conscious of him. Knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor of well-wisher of all living, benefactor of all well-wisher of all living entities. These are the people attains pangs of material miseries. So what we can take away from this? When you think you are having a trouble with your Navagraha, if you think your Ragu, Kedu, this and that sitting in a wrong place, staring at each other, creating a havoc in your life, the only solution that you can take is to surrender to Bhagavad Gita. Trust me, I am doing this for so many years. People who are actually said, the astrologer said, that's it, gone. They are somebody today. Bhagavad Gita is a living book. Krishna is omnipotent, omnipresent. There's no difference between his word and his what he said and who he is. There's no difference. Right? So, if you think any one of your family members suffering from terribly, somebody will tell you, you go to India, you go to Kumbhakonam, all the Navagraha temple, go and do Archana in all the temples, do this. Simply take shelter of Bhagavad Gita. At least until you go and do your ritual, meanwhile, take shelter of Bhagavad Gita. Very cheap and very effective. But you have to have a full faith, right? Carry the Gita wherever you go. There's a lot of things. I can give you 100 stories. How powerful when you carry a Bhagavad Gita and go, right? Okay, but as we got, because we got another 13 days to go, so it's not nice for me to shoot everything in this one day, right? So like that, okay? Now, all right. So now let's summarize. First, we talk about karma, then karma yoga and bhakti yoga. What are the difference? So I made an easy analogy. Example, karma. What is karma means? All right. Karma means I got a potato and I want to eat it. So what I do? I take it, I peel it, I cut it, I fry it, and I eat it. This is called karma. Activity. Karma yoga means what? The same story. I have a potato. I want to eat potatoes. I take it, I peel it, I cut it, I fry it, but I do something on. But I offer it to Krishna as sacrifice. I offer to Krishna and then I eat it. So that karma I'm linking with God. That's called karma yoga. Now what is bhakti yoga means? That means I want to please Krishna. I'm just looking at, I've got a deity of Krishna in my house. I was just thinking, oh Krishna, how can I please you? All right. Then I was thinking, how can I please Krishna? How can I serve him? How can I say? Suddenly I open my fridge, I see potatoes. Then what I do? I've got potatoes. I want to please the Lord and I have a potato. I take it, I peel it, I cut it, I fry it. I offer to Krishna, then I eat it. This is called bhakti yoga. That means I think of the Lord and think how to serve him, and I serve him according to what I have. Right? And what Krishna asks, you will be surprised. We'll discuss that as we go on. Right? There's no lavish, there's no woo-ha this. Simply, all right? So that is bhakti yoga. Now you see the difference? What is karma yoga? I want to eat, I cook, I eat. Karma yoga means I want to eat, but I don't want to eat like that. I want to offer to Krishna and eat. And what is bhakti yoga? I was thinking what to serve Krishna, then suddenly I see a potato. The eating potato was not in my mind. My mind is to serve the Lord, and I found a potato. and I cook and give it to him and eat. That's called bhakti yoga, right? So the potato hasn't changed. The cooking process hasn't changed. What has changed? The consciousness. You got it? Just your consciousness. People say, oh, I don't want to convert to. I say, nobody converts to Hare Krishna. Nobody. There's no such thing. All right? You still maintain wherever you are. Just change your consciousness. Make it God consciousness. All right? That's the goal. All right? So, again, take the commitment RDC formula. It's a very, very powerful formula that can create a huge transformation in your life. Right? Of course, we only speak about summary. There's a lot of things that you can talk about. RDC formula means read Bhagavad Gita daily, study the book, distribute Bhagavad Gita. There's so many people needs to own a Gita. You be the good Samaritan, be the person or be the ambassador to deliver the Bhagavad Gita to them. All right. If you need a Gita, you can get it from me. All right. I'm doing it as a charity. All right. Just 50 ringgit, including shipping. The price of the book is 40 and 10 ringgit shipping. Right. So distribute the Gita and chant the holy name. Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and nothing else. Some ask, do I need to be a vegetarian? No need. Do I need to give up all my bad habit? No need. Well, doesn't matter where you are, what you are, whether you are still maintaining your horrible habit, whether you have a crazy habit, whether you are extremely sinful, doesn't matter. Just simply follow the RDC formula. Just follow the formula. Someone asked me, well, I cannot give up pork. I said, doesn't matter. Enjoy your pork. Char siu. Take the pork, put in your mouth. According to Ayurveda, when you eat, you have to chew your food 16 times. If you don't chew your food 16 times, you're asking for trouble. 1, 2, 3. Like nowadays, people don't chew. They just swallow like a python. Like a python. Or pop, go in. But actually, you must chew your food 16 times. So when you chew your food, put the food in your mouth and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 16-word mantra. Take and put in your mouth. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hey, I'm eating pork. I say, okay. I say, no big deal. Just do it. Are you sure? I say, why should I tell? I mean, why should I create? Why do I speculate? Why I need to talk nonsense? There's no rules and regulation. Even you put a beef in your mouth and start to chant Hare Krishna, chew and eat, finish. No harm. Because Krishna will do wonders. You don't be artificially try to give up your habit. Let it happen naturally. When you're going to do this, you will get a higher taste. When you get a higher taste, this kind of mundane taste will fly away. Maybe once upon a time, you lived in a atap house. Then you moved, your grandfather's house should be atap. All right, that Rumah Haram or the wooden house. Your father bought one small terrace house. And you worked, and now you bought a double story, or maybe you bought a bungalow. Once you're living in bungalow, you can just pay a visit. You can bring your children and say, can you see that wooden house there? That was the house I grew up when I was a baby. My grandfather will live there. Your great-grandfather used to live in that house. Now you see this kind of house? That's the house I grew up when I was a teenager. That's the house your grandfather bought. All right? Now we are living in this house. But soon in the future, can you tell your children, my dear child, let's go and feel how the grandfather lived in that kind of atap house where the toilet is outside? No? You see, can you go back? You can never go back. Even you born and bred in that kind of environment, you have upgraded. You can never reverse and go back to that environment. Your consciousness evolved. Similarly, once you get your higher taste, this mundane taste will go by itself. Don't fake it. Let it happen naturally. And trust me, it happens. I have seen people who are extremely drunken, who are hardcore meat eaters. They have just given up. Because eating meat is no good. Keep that in mind. Eating meat is no good. It's cruel. Right? Drinking alcohol is no good. Then, what else? Illicit sex is no good. Gambling is no good. Right? Keep that in mind. And follow the RDC formula. Without you realizing, all this habit will fly away. The girl that I was telling you that loves to eat pork, an Indian girl, now she is serving the deity. She's cooking for Jagannath. From nowhere, she is from nowhere. Now she's somewhere. So trust me, take this RDC formula very seriously and distribute books. Now start talking, start thinking how many books you want. Who are the people? All right. You can place order with me and I can deliver to you through, I can courier to you. All right. Very quickly, you will receive it. All right. If you want to do more books, you can tell me. I can speak to some, I can speak to some donors. If you think you have money, if you think, okay, I got extra money, okay, I'm really well off, I'm financially okay, you can also help us by donating, by doing Sastradan. All right, you can say, okay, I donate 100 books. So if you can do that 100 books, that books, because I am what they call advocating Bhagavad Gita all over. Right? Even like what they call, I'm also in charge of this book distribution. I'm the minister for book distribution for ISKCON. Pushing everybody to go and distribute. Now is we have a formula, we have a what they call book, the Christmas marathon. All right, the goal was 6.4 million Bhagavad Gita to distribute it worldwide. So I think, hey, I got some extra money, or I got some extra money, or end of this year I got some big bonus. Okay, not mandatory. I'm just telling. All right, if you want, I can send the account number, whatever, if you want, but I'm not forcing. If at all you think you want to do that, you can go ahead and do it. Or I can send you the book, you can take it and start distributing in your locality. Whatever it is, distribute. And make sure you read the Bhagavad Gita every day and chant Hare Krishna. All right. So with that, we end the session today. So we open for questions. Is there any questions? Any comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, who's that?
Vrinda Priya.
Oh, Vrinda Priya. Okay, Mataji, yes.
I love that last part of it where, you know, your sharing was how to, like, especially with the children, you know, and how to make them practice it, allow them to do whatever they want. But, you know, like, for instance, you said, you're eating the beef or pork or drinking what, just chant and you do whatever you want. That is so powerful because it's very difficult to convince the younger generation, right? So to start up like this is very good. I mean, they will come, oh, okay, I mean, I can do what I want, but instill this practice lah, you know, get them doing that, you know, chant the Maha Mantra and read the Bhagavad Gita. One sloka a day also will transform them, isn't it, Prabhu? Right. Wonderful,
So,
Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Like for instance, if your children are grown up and they didn't grow up in the tradition, in the tradition of this the Vedic tradition, but they grew up and they're already having the life, but now you start to have the realization. Yes. But if your children are still young, you can somehow or other tune them and bring them up accordingly.
Yeah, yes.
Because I've seen so many people try to impose the law. When they're imposing the law, you start to crack.
Yeah, that's right. They run away. Yeah.
And they're going to get frustrated. They say, no.
Yeah.
You know, for instance, Mataji, I became a devotee age of 15 in the year 1993. And my mother, nobody in my family accepted it. After 30 years, just recently, around 5 years ago, only my mother accepted and she went to the level of taking initiation and she's chanting it. After 30 years, I never forced her. But I was very observant. I was thinking, yes, one by one, start transforming, until one moment, transformed.
So what did you do, Prabhu, with your mother?
Simple. Chant Hare Krishna, put the song, Hare Krishna song. We'll be chanting. The house, we became vegetarian. I told her that we cannot cook non-vegetarian. All right. Then we whatever food that we cook, we have to offer to Krishna first. Yeah. Right. So this little task I gave her. Then like my wife also came from a hardcore meatarian family. You know, so she also like gradually, it takes a gradual process. Yeah. We pray to Krishna, we pray to Srila Prabhupada. My dear Prabhupada, please kindly transform the heart of my mother, heart of my wife. It happened. So in one conclusion, one word I'm telling you, Mataji, miracle is no longer a miracle when you study Bhagavad Gita. Because when you take shelter of a Bhagavad Gita, your life is always, you are living a life full of miracle in your life. You're living a life in complete this thing. Right? We are the people are no longer, when something happened, we are not surprised. Oh, I'm surprised. No, it doesn't work that way. Because you are under the direct care of the Lord. Things will happen.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Where are you from, Mataji? Vrinda Priya Mataji, where are you from?
Yeah. I've seen
Where
you, Prabhu. I've come to Ipoh Center when, Bhagavatam Maharaj came. He gave a classes for Bhagavad Gita. I'm Rata Mataji's good friend. Kundalata
Lata.
Mataji. Lata.
Kundalata Mataji's good
Yes,
friend.
Kundalata. Yeah. Remember, we met in the temple, Ipoh Center.
Oh.
I'm, we are from KL, Tamanyal. Go to Tamanyal.
No, have I spoke to you?
Yeah. Yes, I've seen you.
Really,
We have seen. Yeah.
Very speedily, all right. Okay. Valliyamma Lata. Valliyamma Lata. Prabhu, why each time read the Bhagavad Gita, I feel like I miss some of the message. What does that mean, Mataji? I don't understand. If each time I read Bhagavad Gita, I feel like
No, Prabhu, the thing is, each time when I'm reading that, I find I will miss some of it, and I find when I'm reading time, I feel, oh, I miss this. And then again, when I'm going through, I feel the same. I miss the other one.
means in what sense?
Miss means the message.
So that means, in other words, now you read this, say like you read first 2 pages.
Yep.
Later, you read again that first 2 pages.
Yes,
You feel
I feel
you're learning
like
something new.
I'm living
And
something.
you'll be wondering, hey, how come I didn't know this earlier? Yes?
Yes.
That is the miracle of Bhagavad Gita. I've been reading this for the last 30 years. And whenever I touch the book and I start reading, I'm surprised. How come I didn't come across this? All right? Because Krishna will reveal himself according to your understanding. It's a living book. So what you're going through is very normal. So Krishna is reciprocating with you. You got it?
Okay. Yes.
Now he's there with you. You have nothing to worry. All right? It's amazing, I'm telling you. Just imagine a book. Hey, what is this, man? Just a book. But this is a powerful book. All right? That's why I don't want to jump again. Let me go through, because we got another 13 days to go. All I shoot one day is not nice. Anyway.
Sometimes can even get a solution from there.
You got it?
Yes.
Yes. How do you do that?
Okay. Let's say like I'm reading today. If I find out something, then it will be like yesterday. The following day when I'm facing the same problem, I feel like the solution is there already.
Correct. Exactly. Right? I can share some testimony, but now, because when you start to understand 16, 17, when I share the testimony, you'll understand. All right? Yes, Mataji. That's wonderful. Kirtana, Hare Krishna Prabhu is distancing myself from people who mistreat or harm me against the principle of equal vision. Is distancing myself from people who mistreat or harm me against the principle of equal vision. So what is your question? Is distancing myself from people who mistreat me against the principle. So you're asking, is it good to distance yourself, is it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Kirtana, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, you are there. Okay, yes, Kirtana.
So my question is like, sometimes like people like harm us or they talk the words which like hurt us. So if we like cut off them or distancing from them, so is it against the principle of equal vision?
Equal vision in what sense, Mataji?
So,
Because
because
that equal, you're talking about sadhu, right? Okay.
yes.
That sadhu means, that means you come to the level of sadhu. That means once you start to have the real knowledge, all right? You come to the real knowledge. That's when your tolerance level will be, you will come to the level of fully tolerant, right? So when people are saying bad things or whatever it is, no, very simple, Mataji, like this. When someone says something bad about you, all right, is there something is going to be benefit you or something like that? It's just going to hurt you, yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Now what we say is, but when Krishna says surrender your good or result everything to me, Whatever things that you hear from him, you just say, well, Krishna Panam. Okay, I give it to you, Krishna. I mean, if you can do that, you can go on living in the society and living very positively and very healthily. But
Okay.
if you think you want to get away from these kind of people, you also must have the strong, say like if it's a colleague of yours are doing this, what happens if you're a family of yours doing this? You cannot get away from them. And when you're trying to get away from them, you are artificially renouncing yourself. Remember yesterday we studied artificial.
Yes, Prabhu.
At the same time thinking about it, what you're called as? Remember? Start from P.
Pretender.
Pretender.
Yes.
You got it?
Yes, yes, Prabhu, understood.
Family members are, say, example, I'm just giving an example. Your family members is giving you trouble. You are staying away from them, but you're thinking about them. So you're staying away is actually wasting time. Simply live in that community, absorb your mind in this thinking, and follow the RDC formula. And Kirtana, you will never believe the peace of mind that you're going to achieve.
Okay, I understood, Prabhu. Thank you for the fantastic explanation, Prabhu.
But try, just try and see, all right?
Yes.
Don't take my word for granted. I want you to try and feel it and get back to me. Because this is a scientific book. We are not showing some kind of sentiment. Kadul kanna kuthiruvaru, you don't do this, Krishna. I mean, God will come and poke your eyes, or they're going to bite your leg, or you're going to stay in hell eternally. All that. We are not into the sentiment. We are talking about scientific and application in this modern society. We live in this modern society, we go to this modern society, and yet we can stay aloof from this modern society, and we can still experience tremendous peace of mind and spiritual, the divine feeling while staying in this kind of horrible place. That's the goal, and that's what Bhagavad Gita clearly teaches. Okay?
Okay, thank you,
for the
Prabhu.
question. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, 9 o'clock. Is there any other question?
Prabhu, I have one more question, Prabhu.
Who's that? Oh, Valia Mai. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes people used to ask me, you say that you are a vegetarian, you are not taking meat. Meat is like killing alive. So, is it a vegetables also is like killing alive?
Yeah. I
They
understand your
ask
question.
me. I can't, I don't know how to answer them.
All right, very simple. I do not need to kill the mango tree to get the mango. When I want to eat the carrot, how to find out whether the carrot is okay? Say like for instance, have you done planting before? Do you have any வீட்ல கொள்ளை அந்த மாதிரி வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? Do you had that before?
Only flowers.
No. Did you plant any vegetables in your house before?
No.
Like tapioca or?
Nothing. I don't know how to do.
Oh, yeah, you have not done it. Okay, you don't know, right? Okay. Now, how to find out the potatoes is ripe? You know, when you plant a tree, potato, how to know that inside the thing, the potato is already how to know whether it's already the potato is can be harvested? How to know?
Got leaf on the top.
Turn yellow. When the leaf is start to turn yellow, the leaf start to turn yellow, that means inside the potato is already full, can be harvested. In other words, when we take out the potato, the tree is basically dead.
Okay.
Right? So when I want to cut some vegetables, I don't need to like this thing. You know, when I uproot the vegetable, still I can take the root and plant it back, it still grow.
Okay.
So I am just eating a vegetable, and a vegetable that is can growable, and the like carrot and all the things underground, all the thing I'm eating like tapioca, like a sengkuang, all these things means the plant is already dead. It's already dead. I'm taking out the thing like beetroot is already dead. I take out the fruit. I'm eating that. But whatever said and done, it is also has karmic effect. So what we do, we offer to Krishna to get rid of the karma. We'll study that in the next chapter, next following chapters.
Okay.
So
No,
we do
when
not.
you ask me, I really don't know how to answer that. That's why I.
Now you understand how to answer?
Yeah, I understand.
I do not need to kill the plant, but killing an animal and killing a plant is two different things. When I want to kill a plant, the plant doesn't protest. I don't see gory blood like all this. But if I take the knife and put in the throat of a chicken, it screams. When I take the goat and slaughter, the floor body shaking, the whole no, it is shooting blood. It's so gory. It's so cruel. How can you compare? You are trying to, means you can ask, you are trying to compare what is the difference between the stone and the diamond. It's not a comparable things. You cannot compare a stone with a diamond. You're taking a useless stone comparing with a precious diamond. So sometimes some foolish people talk like that. So what do you do, Mataji? Simply avoid them. Tolerate that. Just give them a big smile and just go away. No need to explain. Okay, yeah. No point explaining. Why this one, why that thing? Okay, Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. What he says makes sense. Give them the pleasure of being a fool. Okay, you have the pleasure and just walk off. No need,
Even
no
for
need
the
to argue.
even for the milk also, they say that the same. Drinking
Yeah,
milk,
yeah.
since you can drink the milk from that cow, but we all won't makan. This is a Malay one
You cannot
asking. I don't know really how to answer them. This
I
is
don't
how I walk out.
the cow for the milk. But the egg is not a vegetarian. It's very cruel because they need to electrocute the chicken. That's why those days they call current mutte. All right, they give the thing and electric, and the thing, all the egg will come out. You know, until the egg cannot produce anymore, they take the chicken and sell. They call ayam pencen, retired chicken. If you ask me, don't waste your time. Let them say whatever they want. Just say, this is my diet. You know, once upon a time, you know, when I was teaching, I converted to Christianity, all right, when I was in Singapore, just to study about Christian religion. I converted. When I converted, they told me, you have taken Jesus as your Lord. So let's eat pork. I said, what? Let's eat this egg. Cannot. Because outside the church, there was a shop. They were selling the best bakute. I said, what is bakute? All the pork ear, pork nose, all they make into a soup. I say, I am a vegetarian because of my diet. Got nothing to do with religion, you know. So I just remembered that. So you don't need to explain that. No, don't waste your time explaining all these things. All right. Just can say, are you happy with your life? Now you better read Bhagavad Gita. Don't worry what you eat, what you don't eat. Go ahead and eat whatever you want. But are you really happy? Right? There's a secret of happiness. Within the 700 verses, it can transform your life. Take the book. Okay, Mataji?
Yeah.
Prabhu,
Alright,
can I ask
so-
you one question? Is it too late?
No. I'm okay, but I'm worried about you. I mean, all of you.
Oh, okay. May
Yes,
I?
no.
Okay. Okay. Just want to ask you about this Bhagavad Gita, yeah. Each time we read, Prabhu, do we have to read introduction, number one? Well, like first time you read, okay. Then throughout the day, you're taking a sloka and reading. Do we have to pay respect? I mean, among the charana and all that, read all that. Oh, and then other thing is, you have a bath and you do all the prayers in the morning. Later in the day, when we have gone to washroom, toilet, do we have to bathe and then only can read Bhagavad
Right.
Gita?
Yeah, that's the thing I think I explained a day before yesterday, I think, about the prostitute who are reading Bhagavad
Yeah,
Gita.
yes, that's right. That's the prostitute thing. But we as
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Say, like, for instance, first thing, when you start read Bhagavad Gita, you must read the introduction. Introduction is very important.
Yes.
Right? After that, when you're going on the progress of studying Bhagavad Gita, you just carry on reading the Bhagavad Gita.
You don't have to read the introduction, yeah? It's
No need to
okay.
read.
Just
Then after
continue
that,
with that. Okay.
Continue. Then after that, say if you happen to go to the washroom, toilet, just take the water and sprinkle on your head.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes they say, you know, you have to take a bath and everything. But of course, you know, if it doesn't suit your body and okay, so what happens if you get a diarrhea? You know? So what you can do, you just take a water and just sprinkle on it and just carry on reading it. The most important, let's go deep into the studies.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
That is the goal. I'm doing these detailed studies of this Shastra every morning. And there's one particular devotee joining my class. He's a 82, 83 years old man, former doctor. He used to say, oh my God, you know, it's very old. He said, how am I supposed to bathe every time I go to toilet? You know, how can I do it? I said, don't worry, lah. Just sprinkle the water and go on chanting. Because we must understand, see, everything's practical. So do it how the body accepts. Okay.
Another one thing. First time when I was going for the course in the year 2015 at KL, I know from one of that devotee saying that even in a washroom also we can chant Hare Krishna in him.
Yeah, you can chant Hare Krishna mantra anywhere, everywhere. There's no rules and regulation, but don't take a chanting big.
No, chanting beats,
Don't take. Yeah.
I think Gauran Hitai, that's what that Mataji told me when he was in the toilet at that time also he will be chanting his hymn.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
chant, he will bite his tongue his hymn, and then after that he release the tongue and chanting his hymn.
I don't know about that lah. But according to the Harinam Chintamani, there's no rules, there's no regulation, there's no place, there's nothing. Only thing the japa mala you don't take to the toilet, you don't take to your bed. You cannot sleep and use the japa mala. But other than that, you can just chant everywhere. You just can go on chanting. Okay. Yes. And Param Prabhu, you asked a question. Param Ampang. Are you there? Param Ampang.
Yeah.
Okay, you are the one asked the question, right?
Yes.
So I don't understand. Can you ask again? You said you mentioned businessmen allowed to lie to make
Yeah.
profit.
A businessman, you said businessman is allowed to lie, right? That's what you mentioned
Hmm.
in the group.
Okay, so
Okay. So, but then the profit he makes, it shouldn't be a lot. That is my point, lah.
okay. See,
It should be within the 20% lah. It shouldn't be more.
you must understand in business world, we are talking about capitalists. They are talking about monopoly. When
Yes.
something
Now
fantastic
it's
thing
very
they-
bad.
Yeah, when something happens, something they create that no one has it, they will hike the price
Correct.
maximum.
Yes.
That one
Maximum.
you can't help it. Yeah, we are talking about the Vedic system.
Yeah, but then
We are not talking
that
about
will
capitalism.
create a karma for himself.
That's for sure, lah.
Yeah,
That's for
correct.
sure.
That's the point, lah.
But sometimes they say, you know what? They say, I didn't ask you to buy my product. Who asked you to buy? What are you going to say? Who asked you to buy? All right. Okay, like now I tell you, there's one, I don't mention anything, but there's one particular brand creating a big revolution in health industry. That one particular set of things, which is produced in China, they're selling at 500 ringgit. Right? But actually, when you really look at that, because I've been formerly a businessman and all, I can know it doesn't cost more than 150, 200. But because of that capitalism.
Yes.
So nowadays, people are, when you talk about this kind of loyalty and all these kind of things, it doesn't work. You know, sometimes that's why in fact, when I was a businessman before, I was the first to bring that what they call what they call the mini excavator, and there's a call, you know, behind the lorry, there's a kind of little small crane.
Oh, the small one.
The small crane behind the lorry, you know, for you to take and put
to carry the things.
I was first to bring to this country.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
I was a pepper dealer, Ipola, you know. So I brought that. When I brought that, you know what happened? And I saw no one has it. And I got it there in Japan for what, few $100, but here I sold it for 5,000-6,000.
Oh.
They say, why so expensive? I'll go to Japan and buy lah. I tell them. Because no one has it. Then I called up all the Sitiawan guys, you know, hey, when you catch fish, you don't need to pull, you know. You take this machine, I will take out, hey, looks good. So they start to fix on the boat, they start to fix behind the lorry.
Oh, okay.
All the crazy things I've done.
I
So that's
aid in carrying the heavy boxes, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, because I was a businessman before, we are talking about capitalism. All this you cannot help it. But this is, I'm talking about based on our Vedic system. Okay, now I understand.
Okay, my second question is, you said, what do you call abortion is the first sin, highest sin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about if someone murders? Is it equivalent or is it still higher compared to murdering somebody?
Murder, whatever it is sinful. The murderer, if you murder someone, you have to be punished by murder. That means the person have to kill you. I mean, the punishable by death.
But it's same, right? You kill a
Of
baby,
course,
right?
same. Definitely. Killing a baby, killing a man, killing everyone is same.
So it's same lah.
So there's no degree, higher degree or lower degree. When you kill, that's it.
Kill.
That's why in Christians, those days, they say, thou shalt not kill. All the while, small time
yes.
obsolete, thou shalt not kill. But now when the Hare Krishna people go and argue with them, they change the term. You know, they say thou shalt not murder. I was wondering, hey, since when it became murder? Oh, it's been murder. I said, oh, and I brought my old St. James Bible. I said, it says thou shalt not kill.
Can kill, correct.
Oh, it's same. I say, how can it be same? Kill is everything. I kill an animal, I kill an ant, I kill the same. I kill a tree, I kill a plant. But I cannot murder an ant. I cannot go
Yeah.
murder.
Murder
I cannot
only
murder.
human beings, right?
Murder specific.
Yes.
So, anyway. All right. So, is there
Thank
any
you,
other
Guruji.
questions? All right. Thank
That's
you.
all.
So,
Good night.
anyway, yes, good night. Thank you so much for such a wonderful, and we had a lively session today. And I hope you have shared, you have liked my Facebook, YouTube channel. Like today now it's happening live. If those who have that, immediately you get the what they call the indication that the
Link,
thing is
right.
happening. Link and that. Okay, anyway. So see, I'm getting confused. Thank you. We meet again tomorrow on the 11th December. Oh, 11th tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Tomorrow is going to be chapter 6. All right. So, will it be possible if we can start a bit earlier? Say like we start at 6 p.m. I think it's not possible, huh? Is it okay? Because we're starting at 7:15. Is it okay we start a bit earlier, 6, and we try to finish
6:45.
6 to 8 or 6:30, 6.
You have to ask the
Right.
group.
Yeah.
Everybody have to agree, right?
Yeah, because tomorrow is my 20th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
So my wife will be like, my wife will be thinking, hey, I want to go on and this and that. Anyway, we'll discuss that in the group.
Then you start
and,
after tomorrow, lah.
Hey, no. This is more important. The wedding anniversary is not important. She's not there.
That's good.
All right. This is very important. Message of Godhead is very important. I've taken a commitment to this. All right. Anyway, we'll discuss that in the group.
Thanks for your
Right?
commitment.
No problem. Thank you. And have a beautiful day. Vancha kalpatarubhya Vacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Prabhupada ki
Oh,
jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Good night.
brother.